I was like, this guy is terrible. He should just give it up. These are the words Nick Kyrgios used to describe one of his tennis colleagues and Grand Slam winner. While Kyrgios was unable to participate in this year's Australian Open due to injury, fans had still been able to stay updated on the 28-year-old during the tournament after he teamed up with both Eurosport and ESPN as a commentator. Instead of exciting crowds with his trick shots, he has been entertaining audiences with a distinctive viewpoint on his colleagues. During Alex de Minaur's match against Andrei Rublev, Kyrgios pulled out entertaining story as he looked back to his junior days. Co-commentator Nick Lester asked him whether anyone from the juniors surprised him by exceeding or underperforming as a professional. And Kyrgios had an interesting pick. One guy for me that I thought was going to be horrific was Medvedev, actually, he confessed. Sharing his first impression of the world number 3, he continued, I played him in juniors at Roehampton. I beat him maybe 6-3, 6-3. I was like the dominant junior, and I was like, this guy is terrible. The worst technique I've ever seen. I honestly said this guy should just give it up. There's no way he's going to make it work. Now, he is the former world number 1 and Grand Slam champion. It wasn't just Medvedev's tennis that left a lasting impression on Kyrgios, as the former world number 13 added, so funny though, he was a nutter as well. I was like, this guy is crazy. Since then, Kyrgios has faced the Russian 5 times on the Pro Tour, beating him on 4 occasions. But overall, it's Medvedev who has enjoyed more success, winning the 2021 US Open as well as 19 other titles. He also ended the Big Four's 18-year stronghold on the world number 1 ranking when he ascended to the top in February 2022. At the mentioned tournament in Roehampton that year, in addition to Kyrgios and Medvedev, several other junior players met, who subsequently became tennis stars. We can mention, for example, Cameron Norrie, Karen Khachanov, or Alexander Zverev. It was with Zverev that the Australian met in the final and was able to beat him. Another player that Nick knows very well is Cameron Norrie, with whom he has trained and met at tournaments since early childhood. I remember seeing Cameron. Me and Cameron have just been crazy. Under 10s, under 12s, under 14s. It's crazy to see all these guys that I played juniors with doing so well. It's awesome. Recently, Nick has also commented on his career, with many fans of the sport thinking that the Australian will not return to the courts. This Kyrgios described as total nonsense and added, yes, the last year has been tough, but I'm hungry as ever. I am constantly rehabbing in the gym, he said, assuring his supporters that there's plenty left in the tank. However, he is also aware of the possibility that his body will no longer allow him to return to the tennis courts. The reality is, there is a part of me that knows my time in the sport may be over, and I'm okay with that. It's a conversation that needed to be had. I'm at a crossroads in my career and have reached a point where life after tennis is a prospect that excites me. The 28-year-old tennis player thus added a statement that many tennis fans wanted to hear and that they will very likely see him on the courts again. The only exception could be a bad state of health, which would not allow him to do so. The quality of his tennis has improved a lot in recent years, and in addition to the aforementioned Wimbledon final, he was also able to win the doubles title at the Australian Open, where his partner was another Australian, Thanasi Kokkinakis. Do you think we will see Kyrgios on the tennis court soon, and he will manage to succeed again in one of the Grand Slam tournaments? Thanks for watching, and if you liked the video, we would be very happy if you subscribe to our channel.